Are the Golden State Warriors on the brink of a seismic shift? With whispers of a potential blockbuster trade heating up, fans are left wondering if a star player could soon don the Warriors' blue and gold. But just when excitement was building, a significant injury has cast a shadow over these hopes. Stick around as we dive into the latest developments and what they mean for our beloved team. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to stay in the loop with all things Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are in a tough spot right now, and it's hard not to feel the weight of that frustration as a fan. Despite a solid win against the Timberwolves, the Warriors have lost 6 of their last 8 games, and it's clear that something needs to change. ESPN's Shams Charania reported that the front office is still actively searching for a star player to complement Stephen Curry, but recent developments have thrown a wrench in those plans. Jonathan Kuminga has been given the starting power forward role in an effort to shake things up and provide more offensive support for Curry. But let's be real, Kuminga's potential is promising, yet there are many who believe the team needs to make a significant trade to really compete. With DeAnthony Melton's $12.8 million contract now in play, along with the Warriors' young talent and future draft picks, the possibility for a blockbuster deal seemed more realistic than ever. But then came the injury news that nobody wanted to hear. Brandon Ingram of the New Orleans Pelicans suffered a significant ankle injury during a recent game. As a potential target for trade, Ingram was seen as a key piece that could elevate the Warriors' offense. He was averaging over 22 points per game and had been shooting a remarkable 37.4% from three-point range. This would have made him a perfect fit alongside Curry. Now, with Ingram expected to miss extended time, those hopes have been dashed. I can't help but feel a mix of disappointment and concern. As fans, we were excited about the prospect of bringing in a player like Ingram, especially with the uncertainty surrounding his future in New Orleans. The fact that he could potentially hit free agency this offseason added fuel to the fire of trade speculation. But now, with the clock ticking down to the February 6th trade deadline, the injury complicates everything. It's a bitter pill to swallow. Now, let's take a moment to consider what this means for the Warriors moving forward. This injury not only affects the Warriors' chances of acquiring Ingram, but it also highlights the challenges the team faces in making significant roster changes. The front office might have felt more urgency to pull the trigger on a trade, especially with a player of Ingram's caliber now potentially off the table. This could lead to a sense of stagnation, and we all know that in the NBA, time is of the essence. As a fan, I can't help but ask, was this the right approach? Should the Warriors have been more aggressive in pursuing trades during the offseason? Or maybe we're better off giving Kuminga more time to develop? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, the potential of a blockbuster trade could transform the team's dynamic overnight. On the other hand, we have to consider the chemistry and growth of our young players. And what about the other players on the roster? The Warriors need to figure out how to maximize the talents of their current squad while also keeping an eye on future developments. There are many questions swirling around, and I want to hear your thoughts on this. Do you believe the team is taking the right approach? Or do you think they should have gone all in on a trade? Share your expectations and frustrations with me in the comments below. I genuinely want to know what you think. This season has been a roller coaster ride, and as a dedicated Warriors fan, I'm feeling all the ups and downs. The dreams of a championship run seem a little further away with each passing game, but that doesn't mean we should lose hope. We have to stay engaged and continue to support our team, no matter the struggles they face. The Golden State Warriors pulled off a solid victory against the Minnesota Timberwolves, securing a 114-106 win that keeps them firmly in the playoff race. However, the celebration was dampened by an injury update on Moody, as he left the game with a concerning knee issue. Moody, who has been dealing with left knee soreness, only managed to play 5 minutes before the coaching staff decided it was best to shut him down for the night to get some extra treatment. Now here's where things get tricky. Head coach Steve Kerr didn't provide any concrete information about Moody's status moving forward, especially with the crucial NBA Cup quarterfinal game against the Houston Rockets looming. This leaves us all on edge, as we're left wondering just how serious this injury might be. Given that Moody has been a reliable contributor off the bench, his absence could significantly impact our depth and overall performance. In his 23 games this season, Moody has averaged 7.4 points and 1.9 rebounds, shooting 36.6% from beyond the arc. He's been a valuable asset for the Warriors, and I can't help but think about how much we'll miss his two-way capabilities if he's sidelined for any length of time. The front office clearly believes in his potential, as evidenced by the 3-year, $39 million contract extension they gave him in the offseason. That's a bold move for a young player, and it shows how much they value what he brings to the team. If Moody does have to miss time, we'll likely see a shift in the rotation. Players like Brandon Podziemski, Lindy Waters III, and Kyle Anderson could see a bump in their minutes off the bench. And while I do trust these guys to step up, there's no denying that Moody's absence would be felt. The Warriors have already shown that they can adapt. The recent change to a smaller, faster lineup featuring Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Buddy Hield, Gary Payton II, and Jonathan Kuminga paid off against the Timberwolves. But will that same strategy hold up against tougher competition? This raises an important question for all of us. Is this the right path for the Warriors? Are we willing to risk making these adjustments without one of our key players? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, I see the potential for a quicker-paced offense that could catch opponents off guard. On the other hand, I worry about the long-term impact of losing Moody, especially if this knee issue is more serious than the team is letting on. As we look ahead to the matchup against Houston, the Warriors need to remain focused and adaptable. The Rockets are no slouches, and if we want to keep our hopes alive for the NBA Cup, we can't afford to take them lightly. The team has already beaten Houston twice this season, but those victories won't mean much if we don't bring our A game. So, what's the takeaway here? It's crucial for the Warriors to assess Moody's situation thoroughly and make the necessary adjustments. And for us fans, the uncertainty surrounding his injury is nerve-wracking. I want to hear from you. How do you feel about the state of the team right now? What are your thoughts on the potential impact of Moody's injury? I genuinely want to know your opinions, so drop your comments down below. And remember, the Warriors will provide further updates on Moody's status soon. Let's hope for some good news, but in the meantime, stay engaged, stay passionate, and let's rally behind our team. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates on our beloved Warriors. And hey, make sure to activate that notification bell so you won't miss any of the action.